The Shapsugh, also known as the Shapsugh, are one of the 12 tribes of the Circassian people in Russia. The remaining Shapsugh population mainly live in the Tuapsinsky district of Krasnodar Krai, Lazarevsky city district of Sochi, and in the Republic of Adygea, which were a small part of historical Circassia. However, the major Shapsugh communities are found in Turkey, Israel, Jordan, Iraq, Syria, Western Europe, and the United States of America. The first Circassians to settle in Amman were from the Shapsugh tribe, and as a result the Shapsugs neighbourhood is considered the oldest neighbourhood in the capital Amman and was the downtown of it. However, other Circassians from the Kabardian, Abadzekh, and Bzhedug tribes also settled in Amman afterwards. The Shapsug speak a subdialect of the Adygea language. According to some indirect data, there were over 4,000 Shapsug in Russia in 1926. But the Shapsug people were not enumerated as a separate group in Russian censuses until 2002, when the population was recorded at 3,231. The Shapsug who live in the Adygea Republic were enumerated as an Adygea in general instead of Shapsug, in particular, as they are an Adygea tribe, rather than a separate ethnic group. In district of Takhta-Mukaysky, a reservoir which was built in 1952 was named after the Shapsug tribe since the area was inhabited by this tribe for thousands of years and was considered to be part of historical Shapsugia, a region in historical Circassia. Since the early 19th century, the Shapsug are primarily Sunni Muslims. Historically, the Shapsug tribe used to make up one of the biggest groups of the Black Sea Adygea. They inhabited the region between the Bzhedug River and Shaka rivers and high-altitude mountainous areas of the northern slopes of the Caucasus, range along the Antkia, Aban, Afips, Bakan, Ships, and other rivers. Today, the Shapsug are the third most crowded Circassian tribe in the world, after the most crowded Kabardian and second most crowded Abadzekh tribes. The Shapsug are the most crowded Circassian tribe in Israel, third most crowded in Turkey where the majority of them live, and the fifth most crowded one in Russia. In Jordan, after the Abadzekh, the Shapsug and Kabardian tribes are the most crowded Adygea tribes. History. The Shapsug are a very large tribe that occupied extensive territories of Black Sea coast and Kuban River. Different sources note that before the Caucasian War the number of Shapsug people was ranging from 150,000 to 300,000 people. The Shapsug had divisions of Big and Small Shapsug land, the latter being very close to the Nachakai tribe's land. The Shapsug took very active part in the Caucasian War. They had a reputation of invincible people and were one of the last to lay down the weapons under the pressure of Tsarist troops in 1864. Some of Shapsug troops fought up to 1880s. After the end of the war, the overwhelming majority of the Shapsug were forcefully evicted to Turkey and elsewhere in the Middle East. No more than 6,000 Shapsug people remained on the native land. Nowadays, they live on the territory of Krasnodarsky Krai and make about 20 villages. From 1924 to 1945, there was a Shapsug National District which was abolished during the time of repressions. Historically, the Shapsug controlled the ports of Bzhedug and Tuapsinsky to mountain gorges, and they consisted of 5 aristocratic families and 81 free clans, and were classified as one of the Democratic Adygea tribes, and were known to have supported the other Adygea tribes in the struggle against the Crimean Khanate. During the Caucasian War, they were one of the most stubborn enemies of Imperial Russia, joining Shamal's alliance. In late 1860, a council was assembled by the representatives of 3 Adygea tribes. The council considered Sochi to be the last capital of the Circassian resistance. In 1864, a major part of the Shapsug and other Adygea tribes moved to the Ottoman Empire due to the Russian army occupation of the region. As a result of the Tsar's regular policy to cleanse the Circassian coast from Circassians, a major part of the Shapsug, who lived on the territory of Shapsugh, were either killed in the Circassian genocide or expelled to the Ottoman Empire. Some 3,000 Shapsug remained on the Circassian coast. The Shapsug as an Adygea tribe always appreciate and honor their immortals who sacrificed themselves to keep Circassia independent in the battles and war with the Russian Empire during the Circassians' resistance, by elegies such as the elegy of the Shapsugs Shapsugsky National District. On the 6th of September 1924, the Bolsheviks established the Shapsug National Rayon as a part of the Black Sea Okrug. The district contained around 3,400 Shapsug people, and the center of the district was the coastal city of Tuapsinsky. In the beginning of 1925, it was divided into 4 village councils: Karpovsky, Kikmai, Krasno Alexandrovsky, and Sushko. After the end of the Second World War in 1945, the Shapsug National Rayon was renamed Lazarevsky District. In 1990, the first Congress of the Shapsug tribe took place, where they would adopt a declaration on the reinstatement of the Shapsug National Rayon. On the 12th of June 1992, the Presidium of the Supreme Soviet of the Russian Federation passed a resolution on the establishment of the Shapsug National Rayon. Culture. The traditional Shapsug culture had much in common with other Circassian tribes. The Shapsug were engaged in agriculture, cattle and horse breeding, gardening, viticulture, and beekeeping. In pre-Islamic and pre-Christian times, the Shapsug worshipped the Circassian gods Shibal, Sozaresh, Yemish, Yemij, Akin and Karku, Stash, Talepsh, Keshkogwashaha, etc. The Shapsug used to perform the Hansagwash ceremony of rain-calling during droughts by carrying a dressed doll through the ore and then drowning it in the river, and never getting it out before raining. Language. The Shapsug is one of the mutually intelligible subdialects of the Adygea languages West Adygea dialect. There were 2 major varieties of Shapsug before the exile of the Circassians. Since the Shapsug scattered around the world, each Shapsug community developed a different form of speech. Some Shapsug families. Some of the Shapsug families in Jordan Kosho, Saditok, Shalakwa, Sekanop, Jan, Hakakwa, Kway, Hadaha, Misha, Hatta, Nagov, Tamok, Korma, Bigana, which changed in Jordan to Hakus Adygea, after the 15th great-grandfather born in 1337 in Tuapsinsky, and this family considered the biggest Shapsug family in Jordan. Natko Adygea, Shawash, Shopash, Shapsug families in Kfar Kama, Israel the Brag, Ashmuz, Akmush, Bigana, Bat, Blanghaps, Batwash, Zazi, Kobla, Karl, Katish, Laos, Libai, Labai, Nago, Natko, Nash, Napso, Thorcho, Gorkej, Hazul, Hadash, Hako, Hako, Shamsi, Chosha, Shosha, Shogun, Shaga, Sagas, Shagash. In the past there was also Shalakwa. Notable people: Tirimujgan Kadin Effendi, mother of Sultan Abdul Hamid II of the Ottoman Empire; Kajek Said Bey, Circassia, Hazray Sovman, Tugushliko Kaisbek, Suna Oz, mother of Dr. Oz Bibras Natko, Nilin Natko.